Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a haul video, as usual. Some things that were sent to me and some things that I picked up. The first thing I'm going to start with is Coastal Scents sent me some new palettes that they have. And I think they came out with these for the holidays is the thought process behind it. The first one is a 88 Prism palette. And it's really, really pretty colors. They're really bright, really vibrant colors. So it has some good neutrals in it as well, but just the vibrancy of these colors and then some highlights and some darker colors. One thing to keep in mind with these, if you are looking to order these, is on screen, when you look at them like this, they look much larger. These eyeshadows are actually about the size of a dime. So keep that in mind when you are looking to purchase these. This is a great palette, has lots of different colors to it. A lot of them are matte too, by the way. I would say there's only about 10% in here that has shimmer to it. The majority of it is matte. So if you're a matte person, that is a good option. The next one is the 36 eyeshadow color Smoky palette. I have trouble opening some of these palettes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I can't ever... There we go. Now, these palettes don't have a mirror at the top, and these ones are about the size of a nickel. So this one is really pretty. I personally would not call this a smoky palette. It has a lot of beautiful colors. This one stands out to me right away. It reminds me of Cranberry from MAC. It's beautiful. I mean, you can make smoky eyes out of these, but I mean, I don't know. I personally wouldn't call this a smoky palette, but you know, whatever, to each their own. It's 36 eyeshadows in it, so just as a thought to that one. The next one is just called Coastal Scents. What? It is the Fall Festival palette. Oops, sorry, I forgot something too. Getting everything on here. Called the Fall Festival palette, and this is actually really pretty colors. They're really nice for the fall. I think I would use all of them except for maybe one. I probably wouldn't use this green one right here. The olive I can still get away with, but like this is really pretty. Now these are about the size of a quarter. So you have a dime, a nickel, and a quarter, just to give you an idea for size ranges. So this is a fall palette. And then the last one, this one I'm super excited about. It's called an Eclipse palette, and it's a 15 concealer shades. I'm really excited for this one because it has all different colors. These are about the size of a quarter as well. And this one over here is a highlight color. This is really not coming off well in the camera. This is a light green and this is a light violet, and then the rest of them are different concealer shades and ranges. This one does not have a mirror at the top either. It just has a protective film so that you don't get the concealers onto the palette, but I'm super excited to give that one a try. And the last thing, let me see, where did this go? Okay, they had a while ago come out with an eyeshadow primer called Shadow Works, which I really, really liked, but my only problem with it, I thought it kept my eyeshadows on very well. My only problem with it was that it had a shimmer to it, and I don't always want, whoops, I don't always want a shimmer to my primers. So it's actually kind of cool. I didn't even know they were doing this. They came out with a new one that is their matte version. I think it's called the matte one. Yeah, it's called Shadow Works Matte. And it reminds me a lot of the consistency of like Urban Decay or my Michael Todd, which is my favorite one right now. But it comes, I love this too. Nice little tube that just kind of squeezes up. I'm going to give you a quick idea. It has like a little bit of a pink undertone when it first comes out. I'll put the regular Shadow Works one next to it too, just so you can see it. Whoa. Okay, a lot more of that came out than I expected. Alright, that obviously is the shimmer one. This is the matte one. See, it's just a great color. It's just really neutral. I have to get something to wipe my hand off with because way too much of that came off on my hand. Alright, so that is the things from Coastal Scents. Then I have a order from Sephora, the VIB, Very Important Beauty. I don't remember what VIB stands for. I'm sure you guys don't remember. I don't remember. My last order from them, not sure if I showed you a couple of these things. I probably did. You guys will have to tell me. The Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. Not sure if I showed that to you or not. In the color 4 Natural. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Allergies. I am loving this. I use this every day right now. Like, it just, I have it on right now. It just is so natural. It's so beautiful. The color match is perfect. it is by far my favorite foundation right now. I'm absolutely loving it. And then I had sent back my YSL foundation to get a different color. I'm not sure what color I had, but this is number 5, which I think is called Peach. I wish they would print the names on these. This is the Tint Resist one, so I got that in a different color. And I sent back, by the way, the Bobbi Brown long-lasting one. That one was kind of drying on me and it was the wrong color. And people told me to go with this one instead, and I'm loving that one. So my Dior Nude, I sent back the one that I had because the color was just way too orange. I got this in color 032. I think this one might be too pink. I don't know, I'm trying everything and it's just not working out with that foundation. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. I picked up 2 new replacements for my Clairsonic in normal skin. Now, something to tell you guys too, this was brought to my attention. I think this is a really good point. When you get a Clairsonic, mine came from beautychoice.com, but when you get a Clairsonic, the head that comes on it, the actual head of the brush, looks like this. That is one for sensitive skin. The white bases, see how this base is gray? White base is sensitive, gray base is normal skin, and I think, what's the other one? Delicate is a pale blue base. It actually tells you in the little book, but I knew that. And so if you think that you're not getting the full clean that you think you should from your Clairsonic, it might be the brush head that you have on it. You might need a gray one. The other ones are fine for me, but I prefer this one if I'm going to order some replacements. The last thing I got was this Stila Long Wear Lip Color in Croquette, I think is the name of the color. Yeah, I think that's the color. It's this pink. I'm going to swatch this for you. It's a really just nice neutral pink. It's kind of similar to the, what are these called? Bare Essentials Buxom Big and Healthy lipsticks, except for this one's supposed to be long wearing. So I'm giving this one a try to see if it wears any longer than those did. Boy, I'm just wiping off my hand like crazy. Okay, next thing is a company called Radial contacted me. Are you ready to get super skinny? Didn't really read this ahead of time. Sorry. These are supposed to be products that help your skin without surgery. They have a whole line. It's kind of cool. Interesting. For face, for body, all of that. But they contacted me about their self-tanners. And they sent me a bunch of different things. They sent me Brazilian Tan Light. And this is what it looks like. It comes in a little pump. One of them, I guess it wasn't the light, it must have been the dark. This is what it looks like. It smells like a typical self-tanner. Rub it into my hand. I have to wash this towel after I'm done all this. They sent me a dark one. Same thing. And then they sent me a daily one, which is a gradual tanner you can use daily. And then they also sent me, which I used this one last night, is the Radial Brazilian Tan Airbrush Instant Self-Tanning Spray for Face and Body. Now, the reason I'm most excited about this one is because I do Versa Spa quite frequently, usually once or twice a week, a level 2 clear, because everybody asks me that all the time. But my face, because of the products I use on my face and how I just wash my face so much more often, like scrubbing it, actually scrubbing it, the self-tanner comes off on your face more often. You just have more skin that flakes off. And I love my Versa Spa Bronzer Sunless Spray. And I use this on my face like every other day. And I love the aerosol sprays for this because it does a light mist. You don't have to work it in or anything, and it doesn't break me out. I tried this one last night, and I'm really liking this one as well. The scent was the only thing that was a little bit off to me. I'm trying to remember. I don't know, can't tell because it's an aerosol, but I guess it just has that typical self-tanner smell. So those are sent to me to test out, and I'll do a review on those. Then the last thing was, I had heard on Twitter that at CVS, Loreal had a bunch of their stuff for 75% off. So I went over to try a couple things and to buy a couple things. Plus, I had a couple things I was looking at anyway. First thing is LisaEldridgedotcom. If you guys haven't seen her, definitely go check out her videos. They're amazing. I'll put the link below. she just is a great, great makeup artist, and she did some sort of video, I don't even remember why, and she had a L'Oreal True Match blush. This is warm, this is the color Barely Blushing. Doesn't look like much, but it's a really, really pretty peachy color. It looks so like a bronzer right here, but it's a pretty peach color, just a nice flush. So I was going there to pick that up along with the Wet n Wild Ultimate Minerals Loose Blush in the color Rose Shimmer, because I heard this was a great dupe for MSF by MAC, Stereo Rose. And Gina Beanawina had mentioned this. And this is kind of cool packaging. This is what it looks like, and there's loose powder in there. But you actually flip up this lid to get the product out. Now, I had no desire to buy Stereo Rose. I don't use my MSFs very often. I only have one now, actually. The only one that I still have, I sold all my others, is Refined. It's the only one that I like. The others are just too shimmery, too glittery. I have this one on right now, along with the next blush I'm showing you. But this is a really, really pretty thing. I don't mind spending, you know, $3 or $4 on it, but I wasn't going to buy a MSF from MAC. Just never end up using them. So this was not 75% off, by the way, the first one. This one was, and this is L'Oreal Feel Natural Light Softening Blush in Mauve 289. I already cracked it, but this is what it looks like. Again, it doesn't look that great on camera, but it's beautiful. I have it on right now. It just has a nice, like, gives you a nice, like, contour and flush to your cheeks, and then I added the Wet n Wild over it, and it just looked great. The last thing from L'Oreal is, I think my store had this wrong, because this was 75% off, but the True Match and the blushes and things weren't, but for some reason the foundation was. I'm not sure if they're discontinuing it, but I've decided to try it because it was 75% off, and I've heard such great things about this. And this is L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup Neutral in Buff Beige N4. And this is what it looks like. And I'm excited to give this a try because I've read Candy Johnson, well, I'm just throwing names out there like crazy, aren't I? Candy Johnson said that this is a great foundation for someone that's building like a makeup kit. Not that I'm doing that, but I figured I would give it a try. She said it's a really great product. So I figured I would definitely try that out and see how it compares to some of these others that I have. We all know I love my foundations. And then the last thing is I picked up the Mialni Liquify Metallic Eyeliner Pencil in Brown. Now, I already do have one of these. Let me see if I can find it. All right, there it is. And I have it on today, and I've been wearing the brown a lot. This, you barely touch it, and look. It's like a brown black. It's just beautiful. It's super dark. It's really soft. It's great for the waterline. I love my black one, but I just have been wearing brown to do more of a smoky eye a lot. It's just a softer look, so it isn't so harsh. So I decided to pick up another one of those because I love these liners. They are my favorite eyeliner by far, and super inexpensive. So that was my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, I'll do reviews as I go through things in the groupings. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.